You see this all the time with $3 million companies. They're like, oh, I'm doing 3 million. I'm gonna add HVAC. I'm gonna add electrical. Then they're not making any money. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no focus. I mean, I see it every day.
11 million just plumbing is big. Like, how can somebody else follow that?
I would say the biggest game changer for us was when we brought in sales. This year, he's gonna do close to 3 million. Just strictly plumbing sales, not excavation, nothing. A lot of people don't know how to spend the money. They don't know how to take the risk to put your name out there. They think that Craigslist leads and Facebook leads is gonna grow your business, or by knowing Jimmy down the road, which most of the time, those are the worst clients to have, as you know.
Welcome back to Owned and Operated. Today on the show, I have Kelson Carter. Welcome to the show.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, this will be fun. Thanks for coming in. You got to spend most of the day with us so far.
I really appreciate you opening everything up for me. Akron's a fun city. So not a lot happening, but is it Stowe?
Yeah, so like there's Akron, Cleveland, which is obviously Cleveland's big. Cleveland's 30 minutes north of Akron, and then Stowe is halfway in between because we serve both.
Gotcha.
Used to be just Akron for 55 years.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, we did our first dollar in Cleveland. Never looked back.
You like Cleveland?
It's bigger. So like Akron population of that county is like 450. Of Cleveland proper is 2 million. So it's just 5 times the size. Today's break is brought to you by Owned and Operated newsletter. Go to ownedandoperated.com and sign up for a twice weekly drop that we send to 40,000 contractors with actionable tips on marketing, hiring, and growing your business. Join the 40,000 other home service contractors already signed up and learning. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
How's Cleveland compared to Indianapolis? I've never been to Cleveland, so I'm not.
Yeah. I think that Indianapolis is growing faster and has stronger demographics.
Okay.
So Cleveland, we're growing a little bit. There's pockets of like it's a big city, like number 48, I think. So big city, big businesses, public companies. So there's a lot going on, but like the economics in Columbus and Cincinnati are better than they are in Cleveland.
And Akron's probably kind of like, what's the size of Akron?
Akron proper's 190, but the county is 400-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say like 80% of your work comes from Akron?
No. I mean, it used to be 100. Now it's more like 30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Cleveland, I mean, it's just a bigger market, it's 5 times the population. So marketing dollar goes farther. We get more leads. We also bought a bunch of companies up there. So I think there's like an interesting play where there's these cities that are attached to other cities.
Gotcha.
So Ann Arbor to Detroit, Dayton to Cincinnati, South Bend to Chicago, maybe. I'm sure there's a lot with Chicago. But you take these big cities and there's like a full blown massive metropolis within 30 minutes. I think that's like good.
Gotcha.
What has been funny over like my career, what I've watched, again, Akron is a fourth of the size of Cleveland or less. And, but I think because of that, the biggest companies came from Akron. So like the 2 largest companies in our market is me and someone else. And we're both in Akron. And I think it's because we were able to grow and incubate inside a smaller, less competitive market and then reach up to the bigger one, while the bigger market, everybody was fighting for share.
Gotcha.
So 2 biggest markets are from like the small town.
Do you have a location up there?
We used to.
Okay. So you guys drive back and forth or?
Yeah, we'll drive up to 90 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll drive. Yeah. People have thoughts on that. Yeah.
That's what our farthest we drive is probably 60 at the most, maybe 50 minutes. So on average.
Yeah, I think some people, the way they cover that. So like if you're covering a big city, some people they take this hour away philosophy. We've talked about it a ton on the show. Tommy Mello's done this. Chad Peterman's done this. Aaron Formico's done this. Like most multi-location operators have run this playbook where they take their home base, then they launch a location an hour away, then they launch a location an hour away from that, and they just keep chaining so that way they can share resources along the way easier. So if I have 2 locations, but they're an hour and a half away, it is harder to like, hey, this one's slow, so I'm going to send installers or service guys over here to this one. Whereas if you have them sort of chained, you can like pool together.
Gotcha. Do you feel like your efficiency goes down, like a billable efficiency, or?
Probably, but I think that's a part of the way we've chosen to run is the sales install model, where our salespeople, like our plumbers and electricians, like go out and estimate the job. If it's very small, they do it themselves to save on a trip, but they tend to flip it over to install. So maybe there's a little bit of extra drive time. But I think because our average ticket is so high, because we follow that model, that it matters a little bit less.
Gotcha.
Because I think it's like sales people.
Yeah.
So that's our philosophy. Seems to be working, but it could break. I really have no idea. We'll see what it looks like twice their size.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about you. You're also a 3rd generation plumber.
I am. Are you a 3rd generation?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Runs in our blood, doesn't it? Us plumbers got to stick together, right?
Water. It's the water.
Here I was convinced to get into HVAC coming over here, and then I'm talked out of it. But
yeah. Well, I do think like $11 million plumbing company.
Yeah.
Like there's just not a lot of them that size. And I have a good friend, Isaac in Chicago, and I think he's 25 this year. Pure plumbing. I think one of the advantages that he has that I will never have, and one of the advantages that you have that I will never have, is like you can be more dialed in, and you can be more like it's scalable. Like simple is scalable.
Yeah.
So the less things you do, the more scalable it is. So there's a very real possibility that like, yeah, we're bigger than you now, but like you could pass us in a few years if you chose to like expand and keep it simple, because you have a simpler model to replicate. Like if I went to go launch somewhere new and I wanted to go full bore, like all 3 trades, that's a ton of brain damage versus just like plumbing. Same with like electric HVAC, like if it was just one trade. So I think you have a huge advantage. And so does Isaac. I think it's a huge advantage.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yep.
So yeah, my grandpa was a plumber, kind of a one-man show. And then my father came along and grew the business and got heavy into new construction.
Okay.
Well, the problem with new construction, you're always waiting on your money.
Yeah.
And he joined Contractors 2000 back in the mid-90s. Eventually joined Ben Franklin 1 Hour, had the opportunity to exit in 2006. And I never showed interest of getting into the trade.
How big was the Ben Franklin?
They were doing about 8 million.
How big is that? Like that's big.
Back then, yeah. I don't know how to, I think they had 80 employees. So
yeah, that's crazy.
They had 3 or 4 physical locations. So back in the day, it was all about being, in a certain spot, having that base right there. Wasn't like the technology we have now where you can, shoot, back then you probably, I don't know if we had GPSs. I was still.
No, we didn't. we were using CB radio.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. So they used to use the Nextel walkie-talkie type things and all that. So, had the opportunity to exit, took 2 years off, had a 2-year non-compete. I was graduating high school. We graduated same year, 2009. Just kind of started doing it. I was like, showed interest in it, started doing some new construction, really understood the P&L from that, did that for 2 years, understood that I don't want to do new construction. So I'm more salesy.
The most important lesson.
Yeah.
Like you learned the only important thing.
Today's world, though, there are a lot of new construction guys that are really banging it out. You're still waiting on your money, but if you can get there's some production guys that are in my area that are really killing it.
Yeah.
So once you have it down to a science.
I think you can at big.
Yes.
Like the guys that I hear that
the
are
onesie twosie guys, it's tough, man.
Yeah. The guys that I hear that are printing are 6,000 homes a year.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be big volume. Yeah. So, but they have it down to a science where one guy does one thing, next guy does the next. So they do well at it. So in 2011, 12, decided I want to start going service. So we bought 2 trucks, my father and I, and we just kind of started from there. Just kind of been an organic growth, just kind of 1 truck, 2 truck here, there. 2014, I kind of went through kind of what everybody goes in their mid-20s, kind of what am I doing? We just constant turnover. I would be out of the truck one day, 2 people quit. Next thing you know, Kelson's back running the service call. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. It may be easier to go work for someone else than, do your own thing. So my dad had a good friend down in Jacksonville, Florida, went down there for a short period. They were still in time and material, which I thought was crazy. But you said in 2014,
we still were. We switched to, and I don't even, we're going to say this. And this is kind of funny. I don't get to meet many, industry, people who've been in the industry for a while who are also young. It's just not really a thing. Yeah. So most of my friends that are in industry only came in 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah. They got in when the gravy train was good.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the rules were already set. We didn't go through the stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I remember pivoting to flat rate for the first time. It was 2017.
Yeah.
Which that is crazy. I don't even think about that trend. It was so long ago, but.
So my father in the 90s, he went to Nexstar thing. And, he said coming home, he made a decision to go all service. So he had probably 30 plumbers or something. And he got rid of all of them and kept 6 and decided from this point forward, I just want to own a profitable company. I don't care what the top line revenue is. I just want to make money and be able to put food on the table. I don't want to be getting loans out to make payroll, And the next thing was they had to go from $50 an hour to $300. Well, back then it was unheard of, flat rate. When he told the guys that were working for him that they were going to go flat rate, he had 3 people threaten to quit right then and there. They're there's no way, Yeah. And so he ended up, making that change, and it made all the difference. But he told me stories he said it was almost daily he would have someone call in to complain, because back then you didn't have Google or anything, and they would just call you and rip you a new one. He said there were times he would just hide from the phone because it's just back then you may have been
moving on to flat rate.
Well, the flat rate, because no one else in the area. I mean, I think there may have been dial one may have been doing it, but it just wasn't like it is now. I mean, shoot,
is anybody I did meet someone the other day that was time and material, and
where we go out in Florida
was
and Marco Island, Florida, everybody down there is still time and material.
That's incredible.
All the plumbers on the island. It blows our mind, but they do well because today's world, they charge, people charge out the wazoo. We have ex-employees that charge more than what we did. And it's you don't have the overhead, you don't even know what your costs are. They're just charging.
Yeah. I have there's a friend of mine in market here, and he charges what we charge per hour.
Yeah.
And it's he has 0 overhead.
Yeah. It's they have
good for you, bro.
Yeah, that's good. But they have no idea what their true costs are.
Yeah.
So anyways, came back in 2015 and just really started trying to grow the business and kept putting the money back in the business. We have been a debt-free company. I'm not saying that's always the best thing, but it's just kind of a model I chose to go.
I think it's epic as hell.
It's slower growth, but it does help us in the long run. Did a rebrand. So
I'm just going to specify so everyone hears. There's no debt on vehicles either.
Yeah, completely. Everything is debt-free.
I think it's a big advantage.
So, but it's been hard because, until we've gotten to the size, the capital to just keep putting back in the fleets. Like I was telling you earlier, I got older trucks that it's just a constant kind of ongoing thing, but we don't drive far. So, I have trucks that I bought 5 years ago that have 50,000 miles on it.
Yeah, that's nice.
They tax live in the area. Yeah. The wear and tear is not so as much on them. 2019 did the rebrand, kind of put my touch on it. Started talking about, we had kind of a 50-50 partnership with my parents, and ended up fully buying them out about 3 or 4 years ago.
Nice.
And
yeah. Now here we are today.
Here we are today.
Here we are. Who's on the team? How big is the team now?
So we have approximately 50 employees.
Okay.
I have a couple of service managers that just deal with the technicians, excavation team lead manager.
And then 30 plumbers?
We run about 20, a little over 20. And then we have apprentices. We try to keep at least 6 to 7. We used to run a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
Why'd
you stop that?
We just kind of have gotten to the size now where people aren't leaving as much. I don't know. I don't know if it's economy this year. Have you felt like turnovers? I mean, finding people this past year has been the easiest I've ever seen since I've been in the trade, in my opinion. I know a lot of companies, you know, in the industry have either sold and sometimes slow down. So we've had, seems like anytime anybody sells, we kind of get people flip over from that. You know, they want to stay with a family oriented organization.
Yeah. Could be that. Could be size.
Yeah.
Bigger usually attracts more.
That's true.
So, like, did you move? Because location could attract more.
Been in the same location since 1988.
Yeah, that's funny.
So
yeah, you're about to move.
Yeah. Well, actually, when you're out, I'll show you. But we have room to expand. I just bought some property too for parking. But yeah, I don't know. In today's world, I mean, do you always have to have the largest building? I don't know. Like, are you able to run a larger operation kind of like you have? I mean, you're offshoring some of your people that work for you.
I think
you necessarily need.
I think between offshoring and like automation, you probably need less square footage. What we have continued to find is, like, I wish we had more. There's things you don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think about.
Yeah.
Right. So we had someone yesterday and we tried to go find spot for a meeting and there was no conference rooms available. So sort of like, okay, well, like, do we need to like carve this out into a small meeting room? Or like training, like, yeah, we have 37,000 square feet, I think, or 38, somewhere in there. And there's not enough physical space to put like a large enough training room to like run an academy in-house.
Yeah.
Like, we could maybe find a way to like carve out 2,000 square feet, but I think that's where our gap has been.
Like, keeping inventory, like, that's one thing we haven't really brought in. I mean,
yeah, that's not inventory.
You know, we have a supply house that comes by twice a day. Yeah. So we're able to, you know, keep onesie twosies of things we need, keep enough to restock. We keep on hand enough to stock 6 trucks at any time. But as far as like water heaters, softeners, stuff like that, it's just kind of a onesie twosie. And as the day goes on, as stuff moves, you know, I mean, there's some days we're putting in 10, 12 water heaters. So it's like, you know, we need that supply coming back in.
Yeah.
And our local supplier is able to do that. But I haven't felt the need to really expand too much outside of what we have.
When you think of like 11 million just plumbing is big, right? Like that's big. It's inarguably big. Like, what are the key decisions that like got you there? Like, how can somebody else follow that?
I would say the biggest game changer for us was when we brought in sales.
Like, full time. What does that look like?
So any free estimate leads, we started, you know, I think we were at 1.5. We brought in our first salesman and it really took,
early on.
Yeah. He worked at a competitor. That's all he did there. And he ended up coming to us, lived in the Greenwood area. Well, I think this year he's going to do close to $3 million.
Nice.
In plumbing, just strictly plumbing sales, not excavation, nothing.
So what is that? Is that like water heaters,
water heaters, softeners, repipes? We give him over the phone leads, this certain one, because his profile is a debater and he's very good at, you know, especially on phone leads, you know, people call in for a water heater estimate.
Is that Culture Index?
Yeah. I used that for a little while. We don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive, but it was pretty accurate for the most part. You know, I don't know.
What are you?
I'm a tech expert. What are you?
I think I'm a philosopher.
I could see that. You're way out here. I'm more like, I have brakes on me. Somewhere. So I
was close to all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was close.
That's why I told you to watch that WeWork.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I would say the biggest game changer for us was when we started obviously marketing more. A lot of companies don't, obviously I'm learning. I'm not the best marketer after coming out here. But a lot of people don't know how to spend the money. They don't know how to take the risk to put your name out there. They think that running Craigslist leads and Facebook leads is going to grow your business, or by knowing Jimmy down the road. Yeah. Which most of the time, you know, those are the worst clients to have, as you know. Yeah. So marketing, getting the sales, having a good salesman. You know, I've had some bad salesmen. So for sure.
What makes a bad one?
They're not hitting the KPIs.
Oh, just low percentage.
Yeah, they're not hitting their KPIs that, you know, you need them to hit. Once you have a good one, you know.
Yeah. So like, what's a target KPI for this plumbing system?
So they need to hit 70% in home closing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
so
is
he actually runs
high.
80. Yeah. His average ticket for a water heater is like 3,200.
Okay.
And he runs 80% on water heaters.
Wow.
Yeah. So over the phone sales need to run 50%. Yeah.
Does he hit that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He succeeds at my lower performing one, hits right at 50.
And that's going to be over the phone. Like someone calls in and says, I
want a free estimate. I don't want anybody out,
no one out.
You know, and that's one way we have really done well at just being a plumbing company is we make things happen.
Flexibly.
Yeah. We're flexibility. Like, you know, some people call in and say their capacity's full. Well, we make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, and then I just feel like your efficiency really goes up, especially when you're closing over the phone. I mean, you get the picture of it. I mean, you get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Works really well for us.
This is something we have started to try to work on. We have never done, we have like a robust inside sales department, but they're doing HVAC over the phone with a tech in the house, or they're doing like rehash. So we're not yet selling water heaters just over the phone. No intro. And like we have to, like it's flexible, it's easy, and we should be able to. Like prices for water heaters are on our website. It's not like a complicated thing. You know, you just go through the contractor commerce thing.
Yeah. Do you do well with that?
Contractor commerce? Yeah, as a whole, yeah.
I've just never gone to that style. I've been more of, you know, we get.
You don't have it on yours?
No.
For some reason, I thought you did.
I looked at getting into it, but
different Carters in Indianapolis.
Actually, when it first came out, I was kind of toying with the idea. I just, I still feel like you have to have that debating type of conversation.
Yeah.
To really close the lead. I mean, you would just have to listen to him on the phone. Like it's good.
I'm gonna call him.
You should.
Ask him for a water heater. You can call him on here. Give me a 40.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of an episode.
Now, I will tell you, if you go down this avenue, make sure you get pictures from the homeowner before you go.
Oh, yeah.
We've been down that road.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like that.
In measurements. So they, if it's too tight of a spot. Yeah. But besides that, it's just a water heater. I mean, I really feel like we're getting to the point where we have enough over the phone sales. I mean, out of his almost 30 million in sales, I would say selling at least probably 30% over the phone.
Wow.
That high. Yeah.
That is high. How do you comp that?
Just pay them normal. I haven't been down that road. Have you tried to take anything away from a salesman?
Yeah, I have. It goes how you think.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really interesting. Yeah. We started working on this a couple weeks ago. So like pretty fresh. It should be very solvable because doesn't seem, I'm sure there's like nuance, like probably mistakes, like, oh, no venting. Yeah. Venting is what I think I'm most concerned about. Like, hey, this isn't going to work. The chimney's plugged or, you know, whatever freaking reason. But it seems like it should
do you guys sell a lot over the phone?
So we sell, I mean, millions for HVAC over the we sell millions just in general through rehash. Like it's $500,000 a month gets sold over the phone. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But none of them water heaters like fresh. So we haven't, it's been like a conversation for over a year and a half of like, and we're just now getting to execute point because just we've been doing other things. This is one of the benefits of focus in my mind. So like you can probably execute at a faster pace on more direct ideas than I can, not just because we're a larger organization, but because we have like these different things. So if there's a fire burning over here in HVAC or an electric or drains, then it's harder to like get your arms all around it versus just one thing. You can just go blitz.
Yeah. And I would agree 100% on that. That was another thing I meant to add. Like when we went through the rebrand, I went through change the vision of the company, our higher purpose, our mission statement. We have the Carter way. That's how we hire and fire people. You know, back in the day, it was just something on the wall that I couldn't even tell you what it said. So now, you know, I have created these credit card style things that has everything on that. Everybody knows our vision. But one thing we went back and we were a small team at the time and we asked everybody, what's your favorite thing to do? Like as a plumber, what would be your favorite thing to do as a plumber?
Probably water heaters.
Yeah, it was water heaters.
Were fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loves water heaters. A good ticket in and out, you know, so
my record was 38 minutes.
Yeah. So that's where I came up with the USP, hot water day, or it's you, we pay. Mm-hmm. So that's our tagline, and we really hit home with it, and we just drove water heaters. Do you guys track how many water heaters you do a year?
Yeah, we do like 1,100.
Okay, so we're comparable. Yeah. So
if you've been listening to the show for a while, you know that we've been big fans of Service Scalers. One of the things that they just dropped that we are really excited about is a pay-per-lead program. So what they help you do is they help you directly gain access to leads and scale up your lead partner program. Go to servicescalers.com and say we sent you. Yeah, it is a machine. I mean, water heaters can become like a thing.
Yeah. Tankless are great too.
We should combine purchasing. Yeah. Who are you putting in?
Bradford.
We should combine purchasing.
Are you doing Bradford?
No, but like I could be talked into it. For the volume of 2,200, I could be talked into it.
Yeah, we just switched to Rena Tankless. We've been we did Navian, had problems. We did just went through our Bradford stint. Yeah. And we've had good luck with Rena.
Yeah. All right. So the biggest impact thing, sales.
Sales,
like unlocked.
rebrand. You got to know who you are. You got to have vision. It's kind of like what you have throughout your building. I have the same thing on every wall. Where are we going?
A lot of that's fresh, like within the last month.
Yeah. So we've had ours on the wall for like 4 or whenever we did the rebrand, right before COVID. But it really just kind of changed, it made us feel like a group. Everybody's just started rowing the same way, really. Yep. We knew where we were going. So
how many salespeople do you have now?
We just have 2 strictly plumbing sales. Then I just have 1 excavation. So we're trying to grow the excavation. That's kind of been not put a lot of emphasis on it. It's just kind of been, we do excavation.
Yeah.
It really is another business in a way, if you really get down the nitty gritty of it. So we just didn't put a lot of focus on it. Yeah. So
it definitely is its own thing. Like drains is so different.
It is. Like back when I was in a truck, did you do drains?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just what
today plumbers, I'm not a drain cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then when you look at, if you are charging normal rates, not the 93 or free stuff, those are good tickets. Do a couple of those a day.
But I do think we don't talk about drains enough. Yeah. Cause it is, it's a beautiful business.
It is.
Like our drain department is 3.5-ish million, I think. It's 300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? 3.6?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like 70% gross margin.
Yeah.
Like, it is a ridiculous business. And it's all labor.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they buy $10 of parts a month, it's like, what happened?
Yeah. What do you budget like labor percentage wise?
30, but then there's a little bit of overage. I don't remember what it is, like permits or something. But it's like our drain cleaners are paid like 30% a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just whatever the ticket is.
That's what we budget to.
Yeah. And so they make amazing money. Like our drain cleaners are making like a lot. They might even be close to our highest paid like in-field professionals at this point. Because if you're doing $10,000 a week, that's $3,000 a week.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of money.
So you're talking about earlier, we're both kind of talking about doing the loss leader thing.
Yeah.
Not, I run a $50 off coupon right now, which does great.
Yeah.
But it's still does.
Just to be clear, the loss leader thing being like 93 or free drain
93
cleaning.
or free. Everybody does it. It's all over the place.
I feel like you have to. So like, this is me coming from HVAC a little bit. Now we're plumbing and drains are like, most of our stuff, but in HVAC, everyone does the tune-up special.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it. There's just no getting around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, maybe there's someone out there that's like, I'm not going to discount this.
Yeah.
I see it more in drains where
like,
people
how
are
can
like,
you differentiate yourself doing the cheap? That's something like we don't call our tank water heater flushes. We call them a sediment flush.
Yeah.
Like you see sump pump inspections. This is trademarked, but we call it a sump pump stress test.
Nice.
So we're actually putting stress on the sump pump, and people eat it up. When I run those ads on our radio, I'll run it for like 2 months straight during those seasons, peak seasons for sump pumps. You'd be amazed. It keep 3 people busy.
That's interesting.
Just running those loss leaders.
It's interesting.
But then they turn into something more. So, and we do a resin cleaning.
So why do you have an issue with it for drains?
Just because you're, that's a great point. I really don't have an issue for it, but I think do you cover your cost in, as the whole department, When you're doing the install side, you're covering your cost on the excavation sale. So
I think the idea is volume. Like it's the same as HVAC. So like HVAC, I want to do as many tune-ups as humanly possible because I know that 1 in 7 is going to be a replacement, and the replacement is going to be $12,000.
Mm-hmm.
And sewer is almost the same thing. Like average ticket for us is 9,500 or something like that for sewer. And I think it's 1 in 7 or 1 in 6. It's something like that turns into a replacement. Like we sell 1 or 2 sewers a day, usually 2. And that's,
do you feel like people think that you're getting a thorough job done on a drain cleaning for that certain price? Like,
I think people know exactly what.
I feel like it's ran its course in our area. Like people, you'll see on forums all the time. I just called in for the cheap drain clean and get them out once a year.
Yeah.
You almost have to have stipulations around it.
So you definitely do. Yeah,
you got the landlord that lives down the road, the tenant that doesn't have a pot to piss in that keeps calling you to clean your drain. So, honestly, people have done it really well. I know people in my area that do really well. The
challenge is like scale. So for us, like our constraint, we have 4 people for like drain cleaning techs every day. And that's the only department that we have not had a headcount to in 4 years. Like revenue's growing because we're doing price increases or we're just like getting better at running that department, but we're not growing as a department. We've been running a crew and a half for years, and we've been running 4 drain cleaners for years. It's very profitable. It's very consistent. So we don't really mess with it. But in order to drive the amount of leads that we need to like, how do we get from 4 to 10? Like, it's going to be memberships with an annual scope, and it's going to be like coupons, a lot of coupons, and probably the 93 are free or 99 for the first 25 feet, like some type of, and it's the same thing as HVAC. Like you have to run this loss leader service in order to do it.
Just to get it.
Yeah. Which does kind of suck because HVAC, I think a lot of the best practices groups sort of like train you to, hey, your service department should be profitable. I don't know anybody's service department that's profitable. And ours just loses money like hand over foot, and it has forever. And you just have to come to terms with the fact that that's kind of the whole point.
What it is.
That's what it is. Its job is to feed installs. Like that's all that, that's what it's there to do. And I think drain cleaning promotion wise is sort of the same. So we haven't done the 93 or free thing yet either, but like we're heading there. As soon as we're like finishing up other projects, then we'll start aggressively pushing on drains. It's a big opportunity. Just like HVAC. $10,000 average ticket. What's your average sewer?
I would say we're close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
You can move a business like that.
Yeah.
It's
we got into trenchless. We don't do lining, but we do the bursting.
Yeah.
I made the investment about a year ago. So there's a company in California that's a Certain Path member, and they don't have any excavation equipment.
Oh yeah.
And it's awesome. They make the yard look like they weren't even there.
Yeah.
But you can just charge a premium for it.
Oh yeah.
Put the sod. They put sod down and everything. It's like, I would love to do that. I don't know if I can find someone in our area detailed enough to do that, but I feel like drains has all of the benefits of HVAC, like high average ticket. Yeah.
I guess that's probably the biggest benefit, and a good margin, but like drains has a bigger margin.
They're just super profitable.
It's not seasonal.
You look at Zoom Drains. That model
is a crazy business.
Yeah.
It's a crazy business.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, we really don't talk about it enough on here, honestly. But there's a company in Pennsylvania, and they're like 70 million.
Oh wow!
And it's like almost all drains,
really,
like lining and excavation. They're a machine.
Do they do like municipality stuff or
no? That's like residential.
Huh? Because I know people that make besides waiting on your money, they get into the municipalities. Yes. I have a good friend that's done it, and he is killing it. Yeah, because they pay. It's your government money going to work. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lot. Yeah, drains is a good business.
Yeah.
What's the split out of 11 million? What's drains versus
1.8? So pretty small.
Getting there.
Yeah.
We have a friend in Pro, Doug. I think he's 11 or 12. He's like similar size.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Reuter.
Yes. Yeah. And I want to say Drains is like 6 million.
Wow.
It's like a lot of drains.
Well, it's probably like Roto-Rooter. I mean, they have the brand name.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing you're going to search is Rooter main drain or something.
Yeah.
But Roto-Rooter really has that lockdown for that tag. So
when you think about
that's been our hard problem is, differentiating, on Google, like between plumbing, water heaters. I've really focused on water heaters now. The other Google locations I have, I've started tagging drains on it, just trying to help with AdWords stuff. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
When you think about your big opportunity in front of you, does drains feel like the big opportunity?
It's the biggest opportunity I have right now.
Yeah.
I think the next thing is marketing.
Yeah.
So sometimes, we hang around the wrong people and you feel like going down different avenues.
Like what?
HVAC, adding certain trades, but that sometimes isn't always the answer. Maybe you don't have the business you have at full capacity.
Yeah.
So, you see this all the time with $3 million companies. They're like, oh, I'm doing 3 million. I'm going to add HVAC. I'm going to add electrical. I'm going to be a jack of all trades. And then they're not making any money. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no focus. I mean, I see it every day.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem in our industry. They see the flashy lights and they're like,
or they don't understand scale. Like, and I think we're guilty of this too.
Yeah.
I think we're guilty of this where like drains is a great example. This market has much more to give than a crew and a half.
Yeah.
And on one hand, like maybe we're big for the market, but I mean, we could be running 4 or 5 crews in excavation, just like HVAC or just like plumbing.
I mean, how do you know when you're at market cap though?
Usually growth dwindles. Now there are like tools you can use to measure that.
Yeah.
But we're not anywhere close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we can go. I know we can go further. But I remember we were looking at this business to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this was 21 or 22. Small business, like $2 million, $2.5 million maybe. And like they were convinced that they had 18% market share. And I'm like, we were 6 times your size.
Yeah.
Like that would mean that together we are over 100% of the market. Like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And like the broker, like everyone was like, no, we have this. And I'm like, you can't possibly have that much. So I feel like that's a part of it is like, unless it's just so hard to imagine what really big looks like.
Yeah.
Which like the same for me, right? Mm-hmm. Like I haven't been inside Parker & Sons or Four Seasons, and those are $250 million businesses in one location.
Yeah.
Like that's hard for me to imagine that we could do that here in Cleveland. I'm sure we probably could.
Yeah.
But it's hard to imagine.
Yeah. They've done a really good job marketing.
Yeah, they're killing it. They've done a good job at everything. Like I think just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So drains is a big opportunity. How do you think you're going to tackle it?
Create more leads, really. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just got to have those levers to pull. So I would say for me, I mean, I have the equipment for the crews already. Mm-hmm. So I've already invested.
For 2 crews or 3 crews?
Mm-hmm. So I actually just bought, since we had such a good June, went out and bought a dump truck. So
nice.
Got another dump truck coming.
Like a 350, 750?
5500. Yeah, went with the Chevy. Not like a brand loyal person. Mm-hmm. So, but it was the best deal.
Yeah.
So
tracks.
Right now they got a lot of good deals going on at dealerships, it seems like. So
yeah.
The heavy duty trucks aren't moving as fast as they were. No, I mean, not around us.
Sounds great.
No, yeah. I keep getting, you guys use those Chevy Express vans?
No, not anymore.
I don't know anybody using them.
Those are not moving.
Yeah. I mean, I get calls weekly like, hey, you can move these for.
And the problem is I'm like, I would love to, but like none of my guys want to work in them anymore.
No.
Like the high roofs, you got to be able to walk in.
Yeah.
It's just too easy.
Are you guys like inventorying your trucks very often or?
So we're doing like basically no. So the only department that has inventory in the trucks is HVAC service, and it's like a pack out. There are some consumables inside each truck, but the rest of them are in these Milwaukee pack out kits that are on rollers.
Saw that.
So we have like 120 of those like kits. So every single installed job type has a pack out kit associated with it.
Gotcha.
Or usually multiple. Like there's like 8 water heater pack outs and 20 HVAC install pack outs.
So your plumbers they carry stock, but it's in a pack out.
Yeah. The best way to think about this is mobile truck stock.
Okay.
So like a big pain point that everybody has is, well, how do you count the truck stocks? It's basically like having 100 different warehouses.
Yeah.
Like it's a very complicated problem. And no one has it figured out. I have seen in person one shop have it figured out.
Yeah.
And everyone else, like $100 million businesses are like, we have no idea what to do with truck stock. Like it's a hard problem.
Yeah.
So it seemed like the easiest way to solve the problem was to get rid of the problem completely. So we could put a ton of resources into like, yeah, I can go hire 10 people to count parts every day, or go buy a bunch of plastic with wheels and just empty the trucks every day, cycle count it, refill it.
Do you feel like your guys ever like are somewhere and need that one?
Sure. Yeah. It's a daily payment.
Copper 90 or whatever. Yeah.
I think that's the cost of doing the way I do it. But I think like, even if they didn't have the pack outs, their truck stock would never have been good enough to not need. Like that still would have happened regardless. I think it actually happens less with pack outs, but that could have just been how bad we were at truck stock before.
Gotcha.
We were not dialed in at all, which I think we're the best we've ever been.
Yeah.
So there's still like still like daily fires on it, but it feels better. So that's good. How about you guys?
It's no secret that my office here in Nashville is almost completely empty. So how do I support my team as well as have great growth metrics? Well, the answer is international contractors with Quick Staffers. So Quick Staffers is a premier staffing agency which will place top-tier talent in your business, built by the trades for the trades. So if you need a CSR, they'll be placing a CSR that is highly trained in your business that knows Service Titan and can book calls effectively day one, call one. Affordable, reliable, and trained in all of the industry best practices, Quick Staffers can help you cut that overhead, boost conversions, and scale your business fast. So don't waste another lead. Visit quickstaffers.com and transform your business today.
I feel like we have pretty dialed in. Besides, we carry about $7,000 on each truck.
That's a lot.
We've taught, like I told you earlier, we talked about back in the day, I used to pull every tray off. I had a mock truck and I would replace each tray. I didn't want to do it anymore. It's hard to find someone to do it. I mean, the warehouse manager didn't really want to do it either.
It's too high lift.
It is. It's constant. And that's where maybe, we're not a VMI. So, they've offered to do that for us. We, just haven't gone down that road of being a partner of someone. But, but generally we keep pretty good stock. We run between 20% of budget. Yeah. So it's a machine. For material.
That's a machine.
So
we are not there on plumbing. We'd like to get there. I think a part of it is either the markup. It's probably the markup.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
What kind of gross margin do you run on water heaters?
I don't.
Yeah.
Service specific. I don't. Like that department is 58 or 6. It's somewhere in there, which feels pretty good. We aim at 60, but we don't typically hit.
Sometimes it's harder to run. It's like a water heater is kind of like an HVAC equipment. Sometimes it's higher to run a higher gross margin on it.
Yeah. So. It's a high equipment cost. We should combine water heater purchasing. I feel like there has to be a way to do it.
There's
gotta be a way to do it.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. We have a friend, and I were talking about this earlier, but something that's crazy, like, is seeing what other people pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't even have to be that big of a difference in business. So I have a friend in New England, and he just bought a new company 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And the water heater price difference is like 50%, like 50.
Wow.
And that's a water heater. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think one of the benefits of scale.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll be engaging in acquisitions as you sort of move forward? Do you think like you'll be launching new locations? Like what's your what does this look like in 10 years?
Yeah. 10-year vision would be 20 million plus. Just really trying to own the indie market. Just keep penciling away at it. I don't see myself opening. I mean, back in the day, maybe opening another location.
You cut your teeth in multi-locations.
Yeah. So, but there's not really need with today's world. You can have a huge presence on Google or online and not be, people tell us all the time that they see our trucks everywhere downtown. And it's like, I don't have a location there. So, I think just having the more trucks on the road, helps out better. So just getting better at marketing, knowing what levers to push.
If you're wanting to impart some wisdom onto some up and coming plumbers, what do you think it is?
I think my best wisdom is it's always too soon to quit. I think that, starting a company from scratch, I've seen what it takes to grow something into something.
Yeah. 0 to 11 is crazy.
Yeah. That's so, it would have been awesome if it was already 5 million and come in, you kind of already have the leadership somewhat, you can just get the ball rolling a lot easier. But that would be my biggest thing is, there's been plenty of times where, you feel like you can't see the end of the runway. So, picking a good team. Yeah. Very hard to get a good team, especially, the people that are with you today at that small aren't going to be with you when you're larger. Yeah. Very few.
That's a lesson
that is the hardest thing is
it sucks.
So, and especially when they act like they're going to be, I can, how many guys have said face to face, oh man, I love this company. I'm never going anywhere. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, I thought you you wanted to be a part of something and then see you later. So usually if you're having problems with that person now, just cut it. So it's easier to cut your loss now than 2 years later when you really get cut. So I would say that's my advice is just move quick. So you got to. Do you have any advice for me? Like,
just keep it simple if you can. Yeah. Like I have, again, Isaac in Chicago is such a great example. I think that the industry is really quick to add multi-trade, including us. Yeah. I think in some ways I was at a disadvantage because when I bought the business, it was $1 million in sales and it was already 2 trade. So like maybe I should have shut one down and just kept going on one. But I genuinely think that I would be farther than I am today if we were just one. And I know that just from seeing friends around me who are just one trade, pushing farther and executing faster. Like we get slowed down because we're multi. So
you brought a great example for me. I mean, what we're doing on the bottom line. I mean, it's
amazing.
Yeah.
It's a machine.
Yeah. So it's just insightful.
Like why hurt that?
You're right. I mean, it's good. It's healthy. So it's like, you could do more. You could do more top line revenue, but at the end of the day, if that healthy bottom line's not there, and I think that the industry's gotten away from talking about the bottom line, why everybody's always quick to talk about top line. It's like you see companies that are massive and they're not making any money. It's like I could have an $11 million company taking $2 million to the bottom line. And,
Well, yeah, I think that's been kind of illuminating for me is I whenever we're talking to somebody and I'm like trying to learn.
Let me see it.
Like, hey, before I listen to you, are you doing this better than me?
Yeah.
Like before I take your advice, is your advice worth taking?
Yeah.
Like, are you driving 5% nets and you're double my size?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my business is technically worth more than yours. Yeah. Like in that scenario. So why would I listen? Like you're not doing it better.
Yeah.
I think, I definitely think you got to be careful who you listen to. And I think there's a lot of bullshit out there on the internet, like, and arguably I'm some of that. So I think just be careful who you listen to, but you've got a healthy business and I think it's awesome. Yeah. So I like the whole, like, let's double down on our winners and like, you've got winners.
Yeah.
Like triple down.
Yeah.
If people want to get a hold of you,
they can kelson.carter@carterservice.com.
That's easy.
And email me. I'm always open. Awesome. And I think the next thing I have to say is everybody should really look into John's group and being a part of it. So it's been
that's been a part of like, let's put our money where our mouth is. Here's my P&L.
So I've yet to be in a group that sat there and showed, I think if you're going to get practice from someone or coaching or mentoring, you need to see that they're actually living it and they're not just beating their chest on the internet.
Well, I think the group is good too.
Yeah. Like, no, it's great.
In one of our, I think 2 calls ago, like somebody brought up cash in the bank.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
We had a group discussion of what everybody had and it was really good.
Yeah.
So it just makes you, whether you're ahead or behind, but it gives you insight to where you need to be because instead of, just thinking or, not knowing.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Yeah. I think that's the benefit of like a good group, a tight group, but like open. How do we learn? I took a ton away from the cash conversation, honestly. And like seeing your plumbing business is the same size as mine. And like, I was talking with my purchasing manager today.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's getting 18% materials and we're getting 22. So like, well, how do we do that? How do we get there?
Yeah.
So yeah, it did inspire.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
It's awesome.
If you like what you heard, make sure you contact Kelson and then check out ownedandoperated.com, sign up for the newsletter, and check out our workshop. I think we have Breaking 5 sometime in August, and we're about to launch, I think, a Breaking 20. So that should be a lot of fun. Thank you.